Hello everybody at movies.com. It is the Schmoes No Movie Show. I'm Christian.
And I am Mark. And Christian, you know, I could be dressing up for either Kingsman, the Secret Service this weekend, or 50 Shades of Grey.
Well said. This is going to be an uncomfortable video for the two of us.
I think I look good.
No, not for this, for what we're talking about, because we're going to relate it to 50 Shades of Grey. We don't have any ladies around, so we're going to be talking about the top 5 sex scenes of all time in movies. Guarantee we're going to miss your favorites, but these are our 5 favorites because we're creeps.
These are the ones that you're watching when you're a kid, and then all of a sudden your parents come home and catch you, and you're so embarrassed, but hey, it's a great film too, right? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Either way, you remember these scenes. Christian, coming in at number 5 is one that I know is right at the top of your list. I've never seen the film. Y Tu Mamá También?
Yeah, Y Tu Mamá También, Alfonso Cuarón movie. This was the first movie I ever saw, directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
We did Gravity.
He did Gravity,
Gravity's
he did the Harry
involved
Potter movie, he did Children of Men. And this movie, it's these two friends, they befriend this older woman, and they just kind of go on this road trip together. And at the very end of the movie, they both have a crush on the woman. So then she's fooling around with one, that's just fooling with the other, and then it becomes this whole menage a trois. And in that, maybe these friends that were friends are more than friends now. It's kind of crazy. This experience, it happened one time.
It's not the last time you're going to hear the term menage a trois in this list, but Christian, at number 4 is going to be something that I know is near and dear to both of our hearts.
You're pulling my strings.
We love a good comedy and a horrible pun. Team America, World Police, ladies and gentlemen, one of the funniest sex scenes. MacGruber takes a distant second to funny sex scenes when it comes to these two mandolin puppets doing every sort of nasty.
If you've ever seen the uncensored version, it really is.
It's
so funny. These two puppets. Look at a puppet movie makes the greatest sex scene.
Yes, it does.
Just YouTube it. You'll see what we're talking about if you've never seen the movie before. And it's this. The fact is that the female puppet has lost someone in the past, and she can't have feelings again. But she tells him, "If you promise me that you can never die, then I'll have sex with you." And he says, "I promise I will never die." And craziness ensues.
Hey, look, we've all made promises just to get in bed with a nice young lady or a young man out there, as the case may be, but you cannot put that above our number 3 film, which ushered an entire generation of young boys into becoming men. That would be the menage a trois in Wild Things. Neve Campbell, Denise Richards, the astronuclear physicist from a James Bond film, and Matt Dillon.
Yeah, and if this is, Matt Dillon still puts this as his top performance of all time.
As he should.
Yeah, that's not true, but he should. I remember seeing this in the theater, and Matt Dillon's, if you don't know, it's this whole murder mystery thing going on with these students, and Matt Dillon sees the two of them, they're fooling around in the pool, and then he gets on in there, and it becomes, again, very crazy scene that you don't see coming, and when it does, you're like, what did I just see? But I think I like it.
Living out the wildest fantasy of everybody else in America and indeed the world. Christian, at number 2, what do we got?
Well, Sharon Stone showed her goods in Basic Instinct, but she also showed some crazy sex scenes as well. And you see that, I remember seeing The Mirror and being younger than I should have when I saw this movie. I remember thinking, whoa, people actually do that with the mirror up top, and Michael Douglas, I don't know how he didn't have a heart attack during the scenes of things that were going on, and there's ice picks involved, and there's a lot of crazy sex, but the one with the mirror was the one that stood out to me.
I think every architect that ended up building a casino in Las Vegas took a cue from that movie. It was like, well, we gotta have mirrors on the ceilings or else they're not gonna know we're a fun place.
Then what's number 1, Mark?
I mean, it's one that, it is a great sex scene. It's not the most lovemaking-est sex scene, but it definitely has a lot of dirty stuff in it, and it won Halle Berry the Oscar, Monsters Ball.
It absolutely, people sometimes don't want to put this scene on the list because the movie's so dark and deep, and the reason why they're having sex in the first place is so, but the scene itself is, it's brutal. Raw. It's not so much like,
I think the whole thing is one shot, right?
It's intense, is all I can say. If you've never seen it, and then you talk about commitment, there are times people are going, I think they're really doing it. That's exactly, from when you're watching these clips, you're like, wow, you talk about commitment. That's method.
What do you want out of a sex scene? I mean, obviously, there's so many honorable mentions you can take. The 2 that I'm going to mention are 9.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, for the food alone, it inspired everybody to go out there and get your refrigerator involved in the lovemaking scene. And then one that I'm kind of uncomfortable talking about because you're right next to me. That would be Brokeback Mountain. Has some pretty intense lovemaking in in there too.
Well, you got Hot Shots was one, if you want to put that
Based
in
off
there.
9.5
Based off
weeks.
9.5 weeks. Original Sin was one, and Risky Business. Those are ones for me that
Ooh, that's a good one. Unfaithful, Diane Lane. When she's riding home on the train, she's thinking back to pretty good stuff.
I was going to do a really bad pun, but let's get out of here with this.
End this video
It
quickly.
is themovies.com. This is our top 5 sex movie scenes. Go ahead and comment below. Are there other ones that we missed? I'm sure there are. There's tons of them. You guys know exactly which ones we're talking about. Comment, what did we leave out?
And make sure you check out 50 Shades of Grey this weekend in theaters, as well as Kingsman: The Secret Service. Go spend your dollar at the movies, and please, nothing dirty while you're in the theater.
Go see Kingsman. You can find all these clips on YouTube.